Hello my lovelies, this is Maja broadcasting out the UK, and today I have a little bit of a special razor which I will show. But first let me get to the soap. It is Phoenix and Bow Achilles Last Stand, and this is a soft soap, but not that soft. So it's not a croap, it's not really a croap, I would call it just a soft soap. And it out the tub, it's not very strong in scent, but once you start lathering it will give it scent a lot. I know that. The brush I'm using today is the Omega S. This is a synthetic, and I'm just dipping it in some water here, and I'm now placing it just into the bowl like that, just so that it's pre-done. Right, the blade I am using is the Cloud blade. Now I've never used this before. I'm a little bit scared about it, but I will use it anyway. But why am I scared about it? Because I'm also using a new razor, which is the RazoRock Switch, which is like a shavette, and you can use it as a DE shaver as well. That is why I'm a little bit apprehensive, because I don't know the razor and I don't know the blade either. And I've got a hair, I've got some fuzz on it. There we go. So, and you can see it is slightly rounded, because this is something fabulous to either get into shavettes, shaving and or straights, because it gives you this curve here to sort of guide you. As I said, I've not used it, not used it ever before. This is a long handle, which also makes it easy for shaving legs and places that are hard to get to, like the nape as well. So you can use it like that, or as a DE razor. Most probably I'm going to switch over after the first go. The handle looks very similar to the Lupo, but it is longer and has a different sort of weight to this. This is actually quite weighty. I like the feel of it, but let's see how it does. So because I'm a bit anxious about the whole thing, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wet my face and get some pre-shave on. Light is blinding me a bit today, which is also not very helpful, and that's why my glasses are going dark. You can most probably see that. Okay, I'm using here the coconut and olive oil Castille soap. In there I also have jojoba and castor oil. Right, and a scent of jasmine. So I'm not sure how this is going to go. I'm hoping it's going to go well. So I'm not looking forward to cutting myself. Talking of cutting myself, I have got a styptic ready. However, I've never used this. Let me see. Wet the end, it says, so I do have to wet it. So if I need it, it's sort of half ready. Wet my fingers, let's activate the pre-shave. Yeah, the lighting is a bit weird today. The sun's going in and out. I'm not sure whether I'm going to do my curves. I've got quite a few prickly bits because I didn't shave midweek. Well, I did shave midweek, but I should have done it yesterday, but I had to switch my videos round for the week. So here we go. Let's get, whilst this is activating, let's get the lather going. And once again, the timestamp will be on look at the first picture of the video, that's where my timestamp is. So I'm just dipping my brush into the water, and here we go. So what do we have in here? This is agarwood, rose, amber, patchouli, saffron, raspberry, pear, orange blossom and musk. And now the scent is really coming together. Once you add some water, it really starts going. Can you see that? Okay, let me step back a bit. Okay, all I'm doing is dipping the tips into the water and then re-going into the bowl. I have here my ceramic soup bowl. Or is it actually a cereal bowl? It's a cereal bowl. I've decommissioned the soup bowl because it had a crack in it. The white soup bowl is decommissioned. Let's get a little bit more water into here. I want it creamy. Maybe a little bit on the wet side if I'm dealing with a shavette that I've not used before. I want to get back into using the olive wood, the Burka olive wood, but that one is really not forgiving whatsoever, and I don't want to cut my face with that. If I cut my legs with it, that's one thing, but I don't want to cut my face with it because I do scar on my face more than I scar on my legs. Okay, I think that should, this is quite a wet lather, as you can see. There you go, so that's the lather I've prepared. Right, let's dive into it then. Let's quickly just wet my fingertips once more. Get a bit more moisture on here. Right, let's go. Sorry if I'm looking down, I don't want to tread onto my cables down here, my camera cable. Once this lather hits the face, it really goes up a notch in scent. And it normally, Phoenix and Bow have great slickness. Okay, here we go. Let me take a deep breath. Get everything out the way. And here we go. So if I'm very quiet, it's because I'm concentrating, all right? Right, here we go. Okay, this is the first few strokes. Number one, you do have to commit and you've got to be as relaxed as you can. But with the first stroke already, I can tell this is going to be a good learner because this angle of the slight curve really does help to adjust the shaving. So yes, it is really a good learner, or you can just stay with this. I did have once the what's it called, Razorine. Oh man, you know what the difficulty for me was with the Razorine, other than that it's really flat and like a shavette, is the handle. I thought it was so skinny and so difficult to hold that I got a cramp halfway through. So I like this handle because it's got some thickness to it. You can take it really close or you can take it at the end. Okay, finish talking for a minute. Let's carry on. That's actually feeling quite all right. I'm wondering whether I need a tiny bit more water on my, a bit more. It's the curves round here where I have the most problem with shavettes. I normally get that awfully wrong. That's where I normally cut myself badly. Right, let's just twist this round. The blade is surprisingly smooth. It's not a smooth blade, but it's smoother than I thought it would be. Generally speaking, it's not one I would pick for this, but I'll just carry on with it. I also think next time if I use this, I'll make the soap a tiny bit wetter. I know, did you hear that? You do get blade feedback from it. So I think I was quite daring enough. I do need to do this once, maybe also off camera, and get a real feel for it. But I can already tell that by the first mini try, I have not cut myself. It has blade feedback. It doesn't feel as aggressive as a shavette. And that curve really gives you a good guide. This curve here. So I'm already liking it. If I hold it like this, can you see? So I'm already loving it. Let me just change this round to the DE section. And there's no overhang with this either, which is great because then you can hold on to it. So let me just take the little screw out, put the handle on here. Right, now we have it in DE mode. Let's put the little screw back on this end. Did I just show you that? Did you see that? Okay, I hope you did, because I was paying, I hope I wasn't too far down. So what I did was basically remove this little screw from here and put this back on. Right, let's go for a normal round. So let's make this a tiny bit more wet. I think it needs to be a bit wetter. Whoop! I went into the mirror. That's another reason why I like the switch, is because you can use it as a normal DE razor, no problem with that. So you've got the best of two worlds until you're really confident. And I must say, the Burke, I've cut myself badly with it a few times. That's why I'm sort of held back from it for a while. You shouldn't do. I've got a zit right there. Ow. can hear the feedback now. I was going maybe it's still a little bit too slow on the other setting, on the shavette setting. So the cloud, most probably too mild for some, but it's not the smoothest blade. Yeah, I know I went twice in direction of growth. I should have gone across. So yeah, so I'm really confident now that if I go slow and take my time with the shavette setting, or the Barbers straight, I like that word better than shavette, then this will be a great little razor for using that as well and getting a real feel for it. My main problem with the shavettes has always been that I think I press down too hard. I think it needs, I don't know, it's just something I do subconsciously. Right, I need a bit more. This morning I noticed I had a big patch of fluff just there. It definitely is different to the Lupo. I haven't tried the Baby Smooth. I don't know anybody who's got one here in the UK, so that I could try that out to see what the difference is. But this has a really nice weight to it, and I was worried that this screw gets in the way, but it doesn't. It doesn't at all. It's very comfortable. The whole experience is very comfortable. So yeah, I know I chickened out a little bit of doing the full shave with the Barber straight setting. But as I said, I'd rather practice on my arms or my legs first to get a real feel for the razor handling. I don't want to cut up my face. I don't want to look like I've been in a war zone or something. Especially not because I've got to go onto a German conference call later today. No, I must say, I don't know why I didn't cotton onto this a lot quicker. That RazoRock really do great products. Price-wise, this is somewhere in the middle of all the razorines you can get. But I prefer this. The razorines are also shorter in handle from memory now. I didn't like them at all. As I said, I got a cramp halfway through my fingers because the handle is so thin. and I felt it was a bit slippery too. This one is not slippery at all. It has good grip down here, has good grip here, and generally speaking, even here, even though it looks as if it's slippery, it's not. It has real good grip to it. So I love this product. I think it is worth its money. But yes, it's not a shavette, it's not a Barbers straight, not a real one anyway, but it is a good learning, it's a good compromise. If you're not sure whether you want the one or the other, at least you haven't spent a whole load of money on something you don't like. That's the other consideration. I think this is a fantastic ladies shaver. As I said, because of the handle, the length is nice, you can hold on to it very well, and it does the job. As I said, you can choose which way to use it, and if you choose never to use it on the shavette side, then that's okay too, because it's still less expensive than some other DE razors. So from that point of view, this is a winner for me. Looking at it from that point of view. So where was I now? Oh yes, let's get back to it. Okay, toner. I'm adding some toner. Did I clean my face? Yeah, feels like it. Get some toner on there. Yeah, so super surprised by that. And yes, I'm a bit brave that way, because if I don't do it straight on, then I'll hold back, and I think, yes, I'll enjoy my Burka olive wood shavette stroke Barbers straight again. Once I got a little bit more confidence with this and with the pressure and the angle, I think that will help a lot, and it's more psychological than the technique. I think, yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. That was the toner, and let's get some, oops, I've got the masks falling off the shelf. I'm using some Aloe lotion, Phoenix and Bow, Achilles last stand. Like the soap a lot. Lately I've noticed that people have been not so complimentary about Phoenix and Bow. I don't know what's going on there. I don't normally get involved in politics. Okay, now let me just interrupt there for a second. I can feel it's not an irritation, I can feel it tingling. So that means to me that is normally the blade. This is a blade tingle, that is maybe a bit too rough on my skin. But as I said, I've got mainly fluff, I've not got that much iron shavings. I've got a few. So that means this blade is not going to be for me. It wasn't uncomfortable while shaving, but the after feel is a little tingly, so maybe just that little bit too rough for me. So the cloud blade is unfortunately not for me, but otherwise I've enjoyed it thoroughly. I hope you've seen something that you like and might even consider. And once again, I'll put the information in the box below, and at the end of the video I've shortened everything. If you want a timestamp, look at the first picture, either before the music or after the music, where I put the timestamp on the picture of what I'm using, and then at the end of the video I also have all the items I have used. I will picture there as well, but as they're shortened, make sure you pause and have a read through that then. And in the information box I will have the links to where I bought some of this. I can't always remember it all, but anyway, that's where it will be. If I know, I will post it down there. So I hope you enjoyed your Saturday. I'm having a glorious Saturday. The sun is coming out. Today is getting warm, and I will make use of that in the late afternoon, early evening. So see you soon. Bye bye.